Yo, what is good, boys and girls? Brett Apple here, and about a 2x2 today. This is no doubt the most successful Rust base design ever, and if you come to anyone and say, "Hi, I'm new, what do I build?" you will with a very high chance receive an answer, just build a 2x2 at first. So today, let me show you the layout, which I personally prefer, and explain it step by step. This is a super simple build, a starter base, no fancy bunkers, no multi-TC stuff which I like to do, just something you can slap down in a minute and go PvP. Alright, so first things first, you don't have to farm for the entire base right away. Me personally, I've seen so many people just die with a lot of resources and rage quit because of that. Yeah, that's a clear way to rage quit. So all you need is about 4k wood. You also need to craft a TC and craft a wooden double door, because crafting is silent, building is loud basically. And you also need some locks. So start placing all 4 foundations just to see if it fits. Let's use these 2 foundations as a starter unit, so I'll upgrade them to wood. I'll go with walls all the way around and I'll place a wooden double door over here. We'll place this door. As you may see, it's auto-locked because I'm on a build-in server. I have a plugin, let's say, implemented into the server. But on the actual live server, you will have to lock it by yourself, obviously. I will place a TC in this spot, which is not the most obvious spot right now, because it's literally in front of the door. But when we expand, it's gonna make some sense. Lock it, of course. So we can start with placing some small boxes. A couple of sleeping bags for you and your friend. I'll even drop down 2 furnaces for now. Well, this is not the most secure base by any stretch of imagination, so let's expand immediately. So these 2 foundations we placed earlier are the expansion point. I'll place walls all the way around and I'll use the doorway over here so we can form our initial airlock. You will need a wooden single door over here, and I will make it open inwards so we can operate with it easier. I would not say this is the most secure airlock, so a single person cannot go in, but if there's a duo they can try to squeeze in, just jumping on top of each other. Keeping this in mind, let's expand immediately one more time with this triangle airlock. For the love of God, do not forget to upgrade this triangle. So many people forget to upgrade that. I don't know why. I guess it's kind of hidden over there. And another door over here opening inwards as well. And now, as you may see, we can operate with this door. Again, if we're getting door camped. Last addition to this stage is probably a tier 1. And a lot of people place it over here. But I would like to place it near the TC for 2 reasons. First of all, our TC is kind of hidden behind it. And the second reason is you need to move over here if you're getting door camps so you can operate with these doors. So at this point, let's talk about the upgrades. If you manage to find some stone before that stage, obviously you need to build this out of stone. But if you have this wood, the first thing to upgrade is actually the ceiling. And this is because people can literally look through your ceiling if you don't do that first. So, yes. Second thing to upgrade is actually floors, because people can be sitting underneath them. This is obviously not what we want. Also, not the most obvious upgrade, but it should be done amongst the first, is this doorway. So if you have it wooden and people catch you with the doors open, they can come here, soft side this thing, and they can walk in. We obviously don't want that, so upgrade it to stone. The rest of the process is pretty straightforward. You just start with a TC square and go all the way around the base, upgrading it to stone. To upgrade this wall frame without taking the door off, you need to aim at this corner over here. So at this point, our furnace has been cooking for a while, so we have some metal fragments, and let's replace these doors. First door to replace is this one. Upgrade it to metal one. Second one is this one. And if you have this skin from Twitch drops, it's actually very useful so you can look outside. About this wooden double door, this is probably the last thing to upgrade, but I would totally upgrade it just to make the raid to the doors a bit more expensive. So now the time has come to organize our loot rooms over here and over here. I want to do 2 6-box loot rooms, 6/7 boxes loot rooms. So I need to get rid of these small boxes. Coming to this square, I'm standing over here holding W against the wall, turning to the right and taking off the box. And I'm just slowly going like this until it turns blue. And I'm just pushing it against the wall slightly. Now to check that the box placement is correct, you see this part which is kind of poking out of the square shape of the box. And if you turn over here and you see it kind of blends into the wall almost. Same thing over here. Now to place the second one, I go on top of it, hold W against the wall, turn around, take the box, doing the same thing pretty much. I'm kind of wiggling it a bit towards the left wall so it places more close to it. Third box is pretty much the same at this point. It's pretty straightforward. You just need to take it out and you need to kind of put it inside the wall over here to the left. Ooh, that's bad. No gap over here. Yeah, the last box is just, yeah, as easy as that. Alright, to place a couple of boxes on top, we need to do some, let's say, building over here. Half wall, square floor on top of it. Then we come here and place a triangle like this, graded to stone. Don't need that. Now you can potentially do a 7-box loot room like this, but I would not recommend that because placing these boxes is a pain in the ass, and looting the boxes is a pain in the ass, so I would personally go with a 6-box loot room. So we jump on top of this thing, place a box over here kind of in parallel with this line. Second box just in parallel to it. Then if you're a perfectionist, you can, you know, squeeze in a small box over here. That's it for this loot room. Let's organize this one. Last thing to say about these loot rooms is that if you want a door over here, I would recommend placing a garage door. And to do so, you will need to not place or just pick up these 2 boxes. Then you need to place a wall frame. And you need to upgrade it to sheet metal. If you upgrade it to stone, these boxes will not fit over there. Next thing, we place a garage door. With this loot room, it doesn't really matter which side you turn it. I will do like this. And you replace your boxes. As we placed 2 garage doors already, let's replace this one with a garage door as well. And I just completely forgot about it, but you cannot craft garage doors on level 1 workbench, so let's replace it with shiny level 2. At this point, if I open up our base like this from the top, you can see the general layout. So these 2 loot rooms over here and a TC over here. Some of you probably got confused when I placed a TC in this square instead of placing it in this one, but this square is the most common path to raid when you're raiding with 2 C4. So I just don't want to give the TC and the main loot at once if they're raiding with C4. Speaking about the most dangerous raid path right now, it's 4 rockets through the top. As you may see, all 4 squares are taking damage like that, so let's try to avoid it. Right now, go ahead and place low walls all the way around like so, and upgrade them to stone. This is going to kinda stop the splash damage. I know that the best thing to do is to actually use half walls, but they are just more expensive, let's say. Speaking about the last upgrades, if you have some spare metal, make sure you upgrade these 2 ceilings to metal and all these walls around the TC room and the main loot room. We'll need to pick up a couple of boxes, you will need to pick up sleeping bags, but that's okay. There's not much sense of upgrading this wall to sheet metal because this triangle is attached to it, so it's not soft-sidable. You need kind of soft-side these 2 things instead of just one. But there is actually some sense in upgrading this thing to sheet metal. And this is counterintuitive, so let me explain it. If you go on top of our base and look at this spot, you see almost nothing, right? But if you go over here, you can see this small stone section, and this is our wall frame. So a decently experienced player can come to your base, kind of examine it over here, and get some actual information what's going on inside your base with this. So I would say upgrade this to sheet metal, it costs almost nothing. And now I just want to point out this is all personal. Some would say these loot rooms suck, others will be, come on, it's so much storage. Some would say don't upgrade your starter, you will be much more of a raid target. Others will be like, what do you even mean don't upgrade your base? But that's it. It's been Red Apple. Stay safe, and I see you next time.
That's ISO.
Rack it up, I gotta build up the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my post, the same now, I've been humble too long.